I did talk to a few baseball writers and say, hey, where should I go? And they said our baseball is where all the weird freaks hang out. So
honestly, I would say that Reddit is one of the less weird forums for baseball guys because it's the younger crowd. There's still a lot of freaks, don't get me wrong.
Well,
but like if you want to go find the real sickos, you got to go where I go for sports news, which is the analytics sites.
I should have looked. Turbo Photo says, can we stop guilt tripping fans into giving kids foul balls? I'm 39 and I've been to over 1,000 games. I've never naturally caught a ball, but my friend next to me did, and I told him to keep it, not give it to the kid next to us because it's a rare thing and the kid will have more opportunities later in life.
That's a good point. I've never even considered that, though, because the kid is younger and therefore is going to be alive. Presumably, sometimes children die, obviously.
Every now and then, yeah.
But, you know, they're going to most likely live longer and therefore have more opportunities to catch one in the future, whereas being an older gentleman might be your last chance, and you should hold on to it.
They're also in the prime years for catching a ball. They're the ones who like are going to get the ball flipped to them more often.
Exactly. They'll have somebody giving them the balls, whereas you're not going to get that as an older guy. If anything, you're going to get pressured to give your ball away. So you're almost stronger and more brave if you're able to hold on to the ball in the face of all that adversity.
Well, this guy says the fans near us were guilt tripping my friend, and he finally gave in. I understand you want the kid to have a good time and get energized for the game of baseball, but can we please leave it up to the person who catches the ball? It's not the kid's ball. It's the fan who caught it. He might have been waiting 39 years or more for that opportunity.
He might have been waiting the specific amount of years I've been fucking alive.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I think it's just like, it's kind of a thing that in society, it's just kind of like, we understand that children appreciate these things more. You remember to when you were a child and how much meaning it would have for you. And yeah, if you're a fucking old guy and you really feel like it would mean more to you, then keep it. You know, no one can force you to give it away. No one can take it from you.
This is like the Autograph Guys episode where it's like, come on, dude.
A lot of overlap.
Yeah, you're like, come on.
Overlap here.
Give the kid the fucking thing. It doesn't mean anything, and I understand.
But it does to some of them, and I guess like to the people we're dealing with here, it like means a lot, you know. Well, and I guess that's fair enough. And so you're allowed to be selfish in that way.
Here's the real politic answer, which is that why it's good to take the ball from the kid. This happened recently in baseball, where someone snatched a ball from a young kid. And that got out on social media. The kid was sad. His name was Camden, I remember. He was biggest fan of the world of some Orioles. Twins player. It was
Byron Buxton, yeah.
And that got out on social media that his ball had got stolen. His Byron Buxton signed ball got stolen. And he got to meet Byron Buxton.
Of course.
And ended up getting loaded up with merch by the team.
So it almost ended.
Yeah.
So almost like
making a favor by very publicly stealing a ball from them.
You have to own it. You have to be like, I took the ball from the kid. That was me.
And if you think about it, like the worse that you treat the kid, the more sympathy that the kid will get. So in the end, it's like it's actually better. So if you were to, and this isn't like me saying it, but just as like if you were to hit the kid, like strike the kid, then that could be like a huge thing. It'd be all over the news, and the kid would basically then get whatever the kid wants.
Bonk him on the head.
Multiple sign bats. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We're talking season tickets. We're talking fucking whatever the kid wants. If you hit him hard enough, you could have lifetime season ticket.
Dad Life 24/7 said, I'm an MLB mascot. I hear you. At these moments, we are all, quote, children and excitable. If I see an adult give the ball away, I often come back with a package of swag for the adult, which includes a ball. I do my best. So now they got the goddamn mascot giving, like, here, sir, to an adult person.
No.
I don't think you should do that. I don't think, but like it's a nice thing to do, I guess. But yeah, I don't think that that should be a part of the equation. You should just do it because a kid just should get the ball.
I know. I want to know
what mascot that is. Like, I can eliminate a few of them. It's definitely not Blooper.
No.
What mascot is?
Blooper is the Atlanta Braves one.
Blooper is the White Lives Matter mascot.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
a
very weird social media presence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing is like I don't know. I wanted to immediately know the mascot, and a few people asked me, said I'm not going to tell you. So there's two things. One, he probably isn't a mascot, or
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Sure. Yeah.
Classic online liar.
Yeah, keep on keeping on, you good Samaritan. I hope your efforts are noticed, is the first very chivy answer. But then the D just says, seriously, that kid has his whole life to catch a foul ball. You're half dead. And it isn't about the ball itself, but about the fact that you caught it.
But if it's not about the ball itself, you already caught it then.
Yeah. This is like
take a photo with it and then give it away.
Yeah, this is so extremely Reddit, like our child free type shit.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's like, oh, that's crotch spawn. We'll catch another ball. Like, yeah.
Totally. It's like, if you don't, what are you going to do with the ball? Because a kid will play with it. A kid will play with it and like go out in the backyard and play with it and like talk about it, tell all of his friends about it. What are you going to do with the ball after it's done? It is cool that you caught it. I agree. I've always wanted to. Yeah.
There's no cool like significance to a foul ball.
A home run would be different. You're out in left field or whatever, catch a home run ball, like game-winning home run maybe, or that would be different.
Yeah. This guy goes, it's not about the ball itself, it's about the fact that you caught it. If you don't catch it, then it's just a baseball that some stranger gave you for doing nothing but being born later than he was. Right. This guy goes, right. It's not about having the ball. It's about catching one. I've come really close twice. Once I had to let it go because some asshole jumped on top of his young child to get at it, and we both had it while he was laying on top of his child. I was like 11.
That sounds right. Yeah.
If I get one, I'm keeping that shit. So
my dad caught one. My dad caught one with bare hands. Caught like a bare hand home run ball.
That's cool. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. My dad was a ball player.
Did he give it to you?
Yeah. No, I wasn't with him. I wasn't with him at the game. But so he kept it because I don't think he was with or around any children. So I don't think it was even an issue. You know?
Oh, he was probably around like a ton of children and just put it in his pocket and said, "Fuck you, kid."
If you knew my dad, that's
so mocking
sweetest guy.
Detroit Tigers fan Mockingbird says, right. And since it's about catching it, who cares what happens after? I mean, it's not like I need a ball to throw around when I get home. My buddy has great seats on the railing in right field in Comerica. So whenever a lefty slugger comes to the plate, kids with gloves congregate in the aisle next to us. I always warn the kid next to me that if the ball comes in our direction, I'm catching it, but he can have it after. But I'm definitely catching it. So I like that is an adult attitude. That's what I'm looking for in somebody acting like an adult.
Yeah, he's like, you're a kid. You're gonna fuck this up if you try to catch it. You can't be trusted to do that. I want to experience that. I'm gonna do it, but then I'll hand it to you. I like
that's
that.
an ethical ball hawk right there.
Definitely. It's pure. And then Georgia Thrawn says, not only that, my dad caught a batting practice ball for me when I was 10. I have no fucking clue where that ball went. We probably used it to play ball in the street and it went down the drain. My point is most kids aren't exactly responsible with something like that anyway.
Also, let's get those drains covered up. If a ball can go down them like that, that's
bad for city ordinance. Yeah.
Plus, not to mention, it's far easier for kids to get foul balls from players, coaches, and ball girls. And adults don't get any from them. So the adults don't get, and that's not fair. Here's a good story. Happened to me too. 2008, Rays versus Royals. Caught a foul ball one-handed on the first base side. I was 17, and everyone around me was hounding me to give it to this 5-year-old, saying, "Give it to the kid." I said, "I am a kid," and kept it. I was stoked to catch it, but then annoyed right after from all the yapping.
How old was he?
He was 17. That's kind of
17. You're still in the range where you can keep that, I think.
Yeah, I love sports, so you're not cute anymore. That's kind of the
Thank you. That's a kid is only a kid while it's still cute, and then it's not a kid anymore. Usually about 11, they stop being a kid to me because I'm like, oh god. I got zits and they're annoying. Mine was Rays versus Red Sox in Port Charlotte, 2013. Caught an Evan Longoria foul ball in my hat.
that's spring training. Like,
That's fucking
no.
absolute. No, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
I don't even think they use a regulation ball.
Yeah, that doesn't even like have all the special mud from the river and stuff rubbed into it. Like, yeah,
That's nothing.
He goes, caught an Evan Longoria foul ball in my hat by standing, reaching over the heads of those two elderly women that were turned toward the right field fence because that sun, quote, that sun is just too much. People in my section were being passive aggressive assholes for several innings and wanted me to give this 90-year-old woman the ball. I finally told one guy that wouldn't shut up. If I didn't catch that ball, it would have hit her in the head because none of you were even watching the game. I gave her life. I'm keeping the ball.
So he's a hero.
Yeah,
he is the hero in this one. He's like he's the anti-hero, like Spawn. Like,
it's very weird though to suggest that you give a ball to an old woman.
Yeah, that's not.
You know what I mean? Like that's.
Yeah.
I would be like, no, of course, unless
No.
it's your mom or something. You know, why would you give the ball to
And
an old woman?
He saved her life. The rest of her days are basically his. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's like
she's-
not that many days, but
Here's a fun guy. He goes, almost had the same thing happen to me. Caught a ball at Fenway when I was 17, but luckily the little kid sitting next to me was taking his 4th bathroom break of the game. So that's nice. Kids
You know
Oh,
what they say about kids.
They pee.
They be pissing.
they're all shitting. And also the thing about the kids that I've noticed is that you'll be changing them. Sorry, I have a baby. It's 1 month
I
old.
noticed that too with my baby.
And you'll be changing them, and then they'll the air. This is a well-known thing. The air will hit their. In my case, I have a boy is a penis, and it'll hit his penis, the air, and then it'll make him start peeing all over the place. And it happens almost every single time. And so if you're like, oh, he's shit, and you got to change the diaper, but you don't see the little line is not blue. That's what happens when he pees. You just know you're going to get pissed on, and you try to wait a little bit, but you got to change the diaper, and you just know you're going to get pissed on. Sorry. That's
yeah. Here's a question from Lee Bestco.